everybody, it's Crystal and I'm here to do a 29-week pregnancy vlog. I'm 29 weeks officially today. My weeks turn over on Sundays and I am doing really well for the most part. I've been off of work for an entire week, actually like 9 days. I took a week of vacation time for basically like a staycation to stay at home, be with my family, and prepare my house for a new baby. We have a 3-bedroom house with a 1-car garage that was turned into a room. So technically it's like a 4-bedroom house, and that extra room is our like office, kind of where Josh and I hang out and watch TV, that kind of thing. But we were moving our bedroom, basically moving rooms so that we could have this smaller room for our nursery for the baby. So that was like my main goal while on my staycation, and I got it accomplished. We painted the nursery. I didn't. My sister and my mom came over and helped paint it, which was very nice of them to do that because, you know, when you're pregnant, you're really not supposed to do painting and doing all that stuff. So we got that done, and her room is starting to come together, which is a great feeling. We're down to like basically like 11 weeks left, 11 or 10 weeks left, and I just know that these next 2 months are gonna fly by really fast and I'm not gonna have time to do anything. So I'm so happy that I've been able to get it done. Outside of that, pregnancy wise, I'm feeling really good. I'm officially now going to my appointments every 2 weeks. At my last appointment, they were like, okay, now it's time to see you every 2 weeks. Although this week I have a couple extra appointments. Tomorrow I am going in to see a doctor who is actually an OBGYN. So where I go, I see the midwives at my facility. And in that hospital, on the same floor, they have like the midwife office, and then they have like a regular OBGYN office. And so whenever you are pregnant and you've had a cesarean, because when I had the twins, if you don't know, I had baby A, Armor. I had him vaginally, and baby B, Ronin, I had to have a cesarean with him because he would not turn. And the doctor tried to do a breech extraction, but he was just so stubborn that he wouldn't come out. So since I had a cesarean, I have to go to the OBGYN and basically get the okay that I can have a vaginal birth, or at least attempt a vaginal birth, which is my hope. I would like to have a VBAC, that's what they call it, when you have a vaginal birth after cesarean. So I have to go see them tomorrow. And basically, you know, I've known other people who've gone to this appointment before, and I'm not really worried about it really at all. I know that when I had the boys and they did my cesarean, on the outside my scar is vertical, not horizontal. So it's different than most cesarean scars, and it goes almost all the way up to my belly button. It's pretty long actually. But even though they cut me vertically on the outside, they did not cut my uterus that way. They did it the regular horizontal stitch. Which is great, because if I'd had it the other way, then that almost, I think, probably would have put me at like an automatic cesarean. So I'm really grateful that they did it that way. But basically the doctor will say, you know, he will give me all the risks of having a vaginal birth after having had a cesarean. And basically, you know, they would look at your surgical charts at that time and see if there were any issues that were noted from your previous cesarean that might cause you to not be able to attempt the vaginal birth. So I'm not really worried about it. My sister-in-law, she had her baby boy back in February, and she'd had a cesarean with her first daughter, like, you know, 7 years ago, and she had the same appointment too, and, you know, she was like, it's no big deal. So again, I'm not worried about it. So I have that appointment tomorrow, and in order to get the A-OK that I can attempt the vaginal birth. And then on Monday, no, tomorrow's Monday, on Tuesday, I'll go back to work from my staycation, and I also have an appointment with obstetrics because I failed my glucose test. I first failed the hour glucose, and I think the limit was like 140 for your sugar, and my sugar was like a 180 or between 180 and 190. I don't know. I don't remember the exact number, honestly, but it was high. So they were like, okay, you need to take the 1 hour or the 3 hour. And I was like, I was totally bummed. I was like, crap. And I remember when I was pregnant with the boys, I was very close to the line of having to take the 3 hour with them, but I passed, so I didn't ever have to. This time was not the case. So I went in on Monday of this last week to start my vacation, basically. Went in, I fasted the night before. You know, I didn't eat or drink anything really after like 11 o'clock. I got up in the morning and my appointment was at 8:30. I didn't drink anything at all, no water, absolutely nothing. And I went in, and so they take your blood. They take your blood for basically fasting to see, you know, how your levels are. And then they take your blood they take your blood once an hour, every 3 hours, to see how your sugar is doing after you drink this sugary drink. And so I failed all of it. Even like my regular fasting number was, I think it was 175 or something like that. And that's with not having had anything. So it's obviously concerning. You know, you don't want to have any issues. So I have been diagnosed with gestational diabetes. Yay, fun times. I'm bummed about it, but at the same time, it's, you know, it's kind of like, you can look at it two different ways. You can look at it, oh, poor me, poor me, poor me, or you can be like, well, I need to change my eating habits. And, you know, it's not that I eat horribly. It's just that I like sweets and I like carbs, and right now my body doesn't like those things. It doesn't know how to react with it. So I have already started, I've completely like pretty much eliminated any sweet treats from my diet. I bought some like sugar-free Jell-O. So in case I needed like a sugar, you know, pick me up, or not sugar, but like if I felt like I needed something that I thought was sweet, I could have that. Trying to not have any pasta. I've had rice, I've had brown rice. So, you know, no white bread. So, you know, I haven't been to the doctor yet, but I kind of have a basic idea of what I need to do in order to have this healthier diet with gestational diabetes. So when I go into my appointment on Tuesday, I have to go to obstetrics, and I will have a sonogram. I guess they're going to check the baby out and make sure that she's okay and that she's not, you know, from what I understand, and I haven't done a lot of research on it, honestly, I'm just waiting for my appointment because I know a basic amount of information about gestational diabetes, but it can make your baby bigger than it's supposed to be. So they'll do a sonogram, I guess, and make sure she's good to go, find out where we're at, all that kind of stuff. And then it's also like a counseling session where he will talk to you about gestational diabetes, what you need to do, how you need to eat, and I guess I'm going to have to test my sugar every day until the end. So it's not going to be exciting, it's not fun, but it could be worse. There's lots other worse things that can happen in pregnancy than just having gestational diabetes. So I'm not, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's frustrating and I'm bummed about it because, damn it, no more ice cream, you know. So that's that. I have that appointment on Tuesday, and then the next week on a Friday I'll have another midwife appointment. And so basically, yeah, I'll start going every 2 weeks, and then I think at the end of September basically I'll start going every week, because that'll be very much at the end of my pregnancy. So outside of that, I feel really good. I don't have any other issues. I mean, I have a couple like normal pregnancy symptoms that I've been experiencing. You know, one of the things that I had told my doctor about my previous visit was that I was having some like visual disturbances. Just not like seeing spots or anything like that, but I was seeing kind of like foggy, smoky, like mirage, like when I'm driving around sometimes. And now I feel like that's probably attributed to my sugar being really high. You know, feeling just like my body is like, ooh. So I don't know for 100% sure. So what they did is they went ahead and tested me. They did a CMP test at my last midwife appointment, which is also a test that they do if you've had preeclampsia before. And so since I did have preeclampsia and they did have to give me magnesium during labor in order, you know, to make sure you don't have any seizures or strokes, they did go ahead and say that, you know, we're going to do this test just to make sure that your metabolic everything is good to go. Your liver enzymes are good and all of that stuff. So they did that blood test at the same time that I did my 1 hour glucose test, and that test came back fine. All my levels were okay. There was no, you know, nothing crazy high or anything like that. So she said that they'll continue to kind of monitor that. But it really makes me feel like I probably had gestational diabetes with the boys and just didn't realize it, to be quite honest. And I don't know for sure or anything like that, but I feel like maybe I did, because some of the things that I've been feeling that I now can realize are associated with my sugar having been high, I felt those things when I was pregnant with the boys. And when I was pregnant with them and they were born, their sugar was really low. They couldn't regulate their sugar. And that's another problem with when you have gestational diabetes and your baby is born, the baby can't always regulate their own sugar because yours was so screwed up. So I really kind of feel like, you know, because I was right at the edge of the line of having to take the 3 hour glucose test when I was pregnant with them, that I think it was just missed. Not that like my doctors did anything wrong. I think we just didn't catch it at the right time. And I think that I probably had it when I was pregnant with them, but who knows? Who really knows? So outside of that, like, let's see, I've been sleeping fairly well. Obviously I'm waking up a lot at night to go pee. I can definitely, you know, I drink a lot of water before I go to bed, which probably isn't smart, but I just get really thirsty before I go to bed. So I drink a lot of water, and then I wind up having to go pee a lot. So luckily I don't have the issue like I did when I was pregnant with the boys at the very end, where it was almost impossible to go pee at night. I mean, I remember several times sitting on the toilet and just crying because I could not go to the bathroom. Like, Armor was so low and like sitting on, you know, my bladder in such a way that I just could not get the muscles to work to like actually release my pee, which is so weird. So I've been feeling that. Obviously I'm more tired now. I'm in the 3rd trimester officially, so I'm kind of feeling a little bit of that tiredness come back. I am feeling a little sick to my stomach here and there, not like majorly, like not like in the beginning, but I can tell now that obviously I'm having to change my diet and eat differently, that I've just, whenever I haven't had anything on my stomach, I kind of feel that like queasiness kind of coming back, and it's been gone for a while, so I really hope it doesn't get any worse. I've also been experiencing a little bit of restless leg syndrome, not during the day or anything like that, but if I'm sitting on the couch for a while, which isn't really often, but now that I'm much bigger, sitting on the floor with the boys is a lot harder, because then it's more difficult to get up and just uncomfortable. So I've been sitting on the couch a lot. And so in the morning time, whenever we snuggle together and we watch, you know, cartoons or whatever, if I'm sitting too long, my legs get very restless. And at night, when we put the boys down and I go into our computer room and I sit in our big like lazy boy chair, because my computer's like right there, I notice that my legs get really, I feel like I have to change positions, and that's honestly like what's making me go to bed early and go to bed at a good time, is that my legs start to just get tingly, and you know, that's definitely a pregnancy symptom. So when I start to feel that way, I basically just have to get up and like, you know, lay down so that I don't feel so bad. I've also had an teensy tiny bit of heartburn. Not a lot, just a little bit here and there, and luckily I didn't have it very badly at all with the boys, so I'm hoping that that's the same case with this pregnancy. I know that some women just have awful heartburn, and I have been very lucky in that sense. I have been having carpal tunnel syndrome, not as bad as with the boys, but I definitely do have it. Some days it's worse than others. Some days it's not bad at all, and then there's other days where, I mean, it just hurts to pick up anything, especially with my right wrist. That's the one that really is the most affected by the carpal tunnel. Let's see, I'm trying to think of other things that I've been feeling. I still have my weird pregnancy dreams. I love it. That's my favorite pregnancy symptom. I know I always say that, but it truly is. I love to dream, and I dream a lot, and I have a lot of really weird dreams. The other day I dreamt that I was in the hospital, and I was so excited because I was dilated to a 5, and then I gave birth to a cat. And it's really weird too, because I think when I was pregnant with the boys, I dreamt that I gave birth to animals instead of babies, which is very strange. So definitely having the weird dreams happening still. Let's see, kind of moody here and there, you know, normal pregnancy moodiness. Hungry all the time. All of your normal pregnancy symptoms is what I've been feeling. think that's pretty much it. So, but yeah, outside of that, I'm doing really, really well. I'm getting excited because I'm almost done with this pregnancy. It's gone by so quickly. It's weird because I feel like when I talk about it, it's gone by really fast. However, it feels like it's been going by really slow, but now that I'm getting closer to the end, it's starting to speed up. Let's see. Like I said, yeah, I don't have that much longer to go. So the nursery is coming along. I do plan to do like a little nursery tour name reveal really soon. Josh and I officially have settled on name, first and middle name. So I'm really excited about that. I know a lot of people have been asking, like on my Instagram or when I make my weekly bump picture post on my Facebook page, people are like, oh, when do we get to hear the name? If you're watching this, just know that I am going to announce the name soon. It's not really that big of a deal, but I just wanted to do like a cute video or something with the name. And so I do plan to have that out pretty soon. I'm not going to wait till she's born before we announce it, but I'll tell you all soon what the name is going to be. And like I said, I'll try to do a nursery tour as well because I'm really excited about the nursery. It looks so cute. We still have to get her crib. Obviously, she's not going to sleep in the crib for months, but I've gotten a lot of things. You know, we found a really great dresser for her room down the street. There was an estate sale, and we found this beautiful like dresser, exactly what I wanted, for like 10 bucks, literally $10. And so again, you know, I've got her nursery's coming along. We just have to get the crib. And then we've got a couple other things. I've had a lot of people give me stuff. My best friend Anna had a baby girl back in May. And so she's given me all kinds of clothes, like for basically newborn and some 3 months. This baby does not need any newborn clothes at all. Literally, I do not need newborn clothes at all, which is so amazing and so nice to have that. We've been given, you know, some friends and people have just given us stuff, which is amazing because a lot of things that we had with the boys, I gave away. I didn't think we were going to have any more kids, so I didn't think that there was a need to hang on to anything. So yeah, things are starting to really kind of come together now. And like I said, I'm excited that I had this little staycation time to kind of get stuff in order, because now I feel more prepared for her arrival. And I'm having a baby sprinkle. My best friend Anna and my sister-in-law and my good friend Sarah, which are like my posse, my girl tribe, they are throwing me a baby sprinkle, which, if you don't know what a sprinkle is, it's very much like shower. It's just that, I guess, you know, when you're having a second baby, you don't necessarily always need everything. However, considering this is a different gender, we need stuff. I mean, we just, like I said, we gave a lot of stuff away, and we did have boys before, so, but anyways, we're having just a kind of a small sprinkle shower with my, you know, closest friends and family, and they're gonna throw that for me in October. So time is moving along really fast. Before I know it, October is gonna be almost here, and she'll almost be here. My due date is November the 15th, so I'm just excited. I'm really, really excited. Halloween is coming up with the boys and all that stuff. So I just feel like September and October are such fun months that it's gonna fly by. And before you know it, boom, I'm gonna have a third baby. I'm gonna have 3 kids under 2. 3 kids under 2. Only for like 2 months, but still, that's crazy. So yeah, I think that's it. Sorry for the delay in my video. Okay, everybody, this is my 29-week bump. She is very low. I feel like I have all this space between my boobs. When I was pregnant with the boys, of course there was 2 in there, but I was just so high. But she's very, very low. Very round. So anyways, that's it. I'll see you all very soon.